The new Venezuela Part 3, Part 2, second stream. Get on back in here. Now the Russians still think we on the other stream, so I had to make a new one real quick to get us to migrate over here. Now they don't want me to be telling y'all this stuff. They don't want me to be pushing this narrative, but it's not really a narrative. It's the truth. They don't want the truth to be pushed out. You know, Russia and China has been nibbling in Venezuela's back pocket for a long time, and they don't want y'all to know this stuff. And I'm here to let y'all know what's really going on. So let's get back into the show. Y'all get back up in here. I know the last stream was kind of left blank, but that's because the Russians attacked. When the Russians attacked, they sent a cyber attack at me, y'all. So come on back over here, and we're going to get back into the show. Now, if this one stopped, that's when y'all know they might have got me. Y'all might have to check on me, all right? They don't like when I do this stuff. But let's keep doing it.
50 million barrels of oil to the U.S. The president says the oil worth $3 billion will be sold off to benefit the people of Venezuela. But Venezuela's interim president says her country is in, quote, active resistance to the U.S. White House correspondent Karen Travers is here for more.
Nah, I don't think we're going to be able to trust this leader that they left over there. First of all, Maduro picked her, and she's already resisting. If she's already resisting and we sent her a list of rules to follow and she don't want to follow these rules, she need to be right there where Maduro is. Hell no. We need full control of this country and the oil.
On that, Karen, what's the latest from the White House on these ship seizures and Trump's claim on oil?
Yeah, Diane, there's been no comment yet from the president on the ship seizures, but you have members of the cabinet up on Capitol Hill this morning briefing members of the Senate and members of the House on Venezuela behind closed doors. So potentially we could hear from lawmakers after those briefings about the latest here and what this signifies in terms of a potential escalation in the U.S. operations against Venezuela. In terms of oil, the president, as you noted, had said last night in a social media post that Venezuela is going to hand over 30 to 50 million barrels of oil to the United States that the U.S. would then control and sell. We heard from Chris Wright, the energy secretary, this morning, who said that the sales done by the U.S. government would be deposited into accounts controlled by the U.S. government.
Now my shit tripping because everybody's still on the other stream. What the hell? See how the Russians doing me tonight, y'all? We might have to cut it short.
And he says, Chris Wright, that from there, the funds would flow back to Venezuela to benefit the Venezuelan people. Notably, we're not hearing anything yet from the acting president there because there are a lot of questions about how exactly...
Breaking at this hour, this major development involving the U.S. and Venezuela. Sources telling ABC News tonight that the U.S. has now given Venezuela's interim leader a list of demands that must be met before Venezuela can sell its oil again, demanding Venezuela kick out Russia, Iran, Cuba, and sever economic ties with them.
Russia, Iran, Cuba, all y'all, get the fuck on. No more nibbling off this oil. Fuck that. Casey, the one I see you. Appreciate you coming through. Hell yeah. Yeah, y'all get back on up in here. That last stream, the Russians sent the attack at me. But we right back. They don't want me to be telling y'all this stuff. They hate when I do this stuff. But I got to do it. Let's get it.
Rachel Scott at the White House with late reporting tonight.
Tonight, sources telling ABC News that the U.S. conveyed a list of demands to the interim leader of Venezuela that the regime must meet before the U.S. will allow Venezuela to sell more oil. They include Venezuela must kick out China, Russia, Iran, and Cuba and sever economic ties.
All that
and Venezuela must
go. Russia, Iran, Cuba, all y'all, get out of
agree
here.
to partner with.
This is a message to the world about the United States' ability to plan and execute. I think China was watching. I think Russia was watching. And many took note.
China imports most of the oil that Venezuela produces. What does China lose?
There's a huge risk here for China. That
we don't care about China. This ain't about China, bro. We don't care about China. China don't care about us. We don't care about China. We need to focus on the American people. That's who we've been neglecting this whole time. Why don't we have free health care here in America? That's a problem. You know, free healthcare. It should be free healthcare for everybody in America. Why the hell is gas so high? That's a goddamn problem. Why is groceries so high here in America? That's a goddamn problem. Why the fuck do you think we thinking about China? They not thinking about us. They nibbling in Venezuela's back pocket in this oil reserve, and now that oil reserve is our shit. So if Russia and China want some of this oil, they gonna have to make a trade deal. If they don't want to make a trade deal and they just want to keep barking, they want to make war, that's okay because we got the best goddamn military in the goddamn world. And we can put belt the ass if need be, just like we did in Venezuela to Maduro. And now guess where Maduro at? He down in New York with his wife. We even hit his wife across the head. Ain't that some shit? That's how cutthroat America is. We even hit Maduro's wife across the head. So you know he don't give a fuck about. You know we don't give a fuck about no goddamn China or no goddamn Russia. We can do Putin the same way. Xing, xing, ping, ping. Yeah, your ass can get pinged, all right. Keep playing with us.
Energy security is in fact redirected away from China and towards the United States or towards other markets, it is not only losing energy security, but also in a situation where Venezuela is now no longer repaying its debts.
What do you think might stop Beijing, on the flip side, from saying we might do it to other governments, Taiwan in particular here?
Both China and the United States looking at their own immediate neighborhoods and trying to consolidate support among alliances.
We got 64 people in here, man. Hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss an episode. You are now tuned into the new Venezuela Part 3. Let's get it.
In making sure that they're ready for a decades-long struggle against one another.
Each trying to, I guess, crystallize or make their own universe. One in the Western Hemisphere, and then one, it can be argued.
Ain't no more universes being made. This is the American universe. Fuck that. Russia, y'all tried it. China, y'all tried it. But no. Y'all not as technologically advanced as us. And we gonna keep advancing. Why? Because we got the funding to do it. And now we just acquired a whole nother country. Guess what? Venezuela. It's ours. It's ours. And guess what? That oil that they had the other day, that's ours too. Fuck that. China, if y'all want some. Russia, if y'all want some. Y'all gotta come up with some moolah. If y'all ain't got that money, you can't do a deal, honey. Fuck that.
In the Eastern Hemisphere,
President Trump has just...
What happens next in Venezuela?
U.S. captured Maduro, and that's good. But as I said in one of my previous talks, as much as that was a very impressive operation, that may have been the easy part. What happens now, we don't know.
You just wait and see, buddy. I can tell you what happens. We take that oil, we sell that oil, and we get rich. We help out Venezuela. We get them back. We get them back up and running. We get them some new government. You know what I'm saying? And then we bring that money back over here to the U.S. and we drop them goddamn gas prices to 25 cents for all Americans to live good so we can ride around and we can do as we please and everybody's happy, you know? Let's get it.
U.S. has not stated clearly or even remotely what are the plans from now on. Trump stated, quote, "We will run Venezuela now," unquote.
Step one is the stabilization of the country. We don't want it descending into chaos. Part of that stabilization, and the reason why we understand and believe that we have the strongest leverage possible, is our quarantine. As you see,
this my nigga Mark Rubio. He be talking that shit too.
Today, 2 more ships were seized. We are in the midst right now and, in fact, about to execute on a deal to take all the oil. They have oil that is stuck in Venezuela. They can't move it because of our quarantine and because it's sanctioned. We are going to take between 30 and 50 million barrels of oil. We're going to sell it in the marketplace at market rates, not at the discounts Venezuela was getting.
At market rate. Ain't shit on sale. Fuck that. If Russia want to buy some of this shit, it's going to be at market price. You don't get a fucking discount. Fuck that. You feel me? It's our shit now. When it's Americans, we put a couple dollars on it because it's American oil now. Fuck that.
That money will then be handled in such a way that we will control how it is dispersed in a way that benefits the Venezuelan people, not corruption, not the regime. So we have a lot of leverage to move on the stabilization front. The second phase will be a phase that we call recovery, and that is ensuring that American, Western, and other companies have access to the Venezuelan market in a way that's fair. Also, at the same time, begin to create the process of reconciliation nationally within Venezuela.
Yep, we need all dibs on everything. All markets, all resources. We need all dibs. Open market, first dibs on everything. Russia, China, y'all come way back there. We might let y'all get some if we feel like it. If we feel like y'all don't need none, y'all ain't gonna get none. And if y'all want some, y'all gonna have to come take some. And we know that ain't happening. Why? Because we got the best goddamn military in the goddamn world.
That the opposition forces can be amnestied and released and from prisons or brought back to the country and begin to rebuild civil society. And then the third phase, of course, will be one of transition. Some of this will overlap. I've described this to them in great detail. We'll have more detail in the days to follow. But we feel like we're moving forward here in a very positive way.
A lot of what you heard there from Secretary Hexeth and Secretary Rubio was about what is going to be done with the oil. Only one of these ships was carrying oil. The one in the North Atlantic did not have oil, but the one in the Caribbean did. And as you heard there from Marco Rubio, he said at the end that Venezuela wants that oil back to be part of this new mechanism that he laid out in quite some detail there to reporters at the Capitol, that there is essentially now a U.S. mechanism where the United States is going to control the sale of Venezuelan oil, and then the funds.
Yes, everything Venezuelan is American now. It's nothing that's Venezuelan. We had to send 150 planes over there with a lot of personnel, and we got to pay those personnel. And you know who gonna pay for those people? That Venezuelan oil. We got to get our oil back over here, and we need to make America affordable again, because that's the only way. We had to revert back to our old ways, y'all. We got to start stealing again. Make America steal again, and that's what we doing. America is stealing, and we got to benefit from it. We ain't stealing for nothing. Now, Putin, if you got a problem with it, we'll come take you and your oil also, okay? So don't try us wrong. Xi Jinping, we heard about y'all too. If y'all got a problem, y'all both been nibbling. Ain't no more nibbling. If y'all want to nibble, it's a trade deal. You got to come up with some money. That's all. We moving on money these days. It's 2026. We done played Big Brother to the countries for too goddamn long. And we need it's time for reparations for Americans. Fuck that. Around the world.
That of the purchase from the purchases will now be used in legal markets and returned to Venezuela. Unclear how that.
We've been suffering too long. We need free health care. We pay all this goddamn money in taxes for our government to come and help y'all asses, and we don't get shit in return. And them days are over. Fuck that.
That's going to happen. But the big headline is that the United States is now going to be controlling the sale and transport of Venezuelan oil onto international markets.
The U.S. military says it has seized a Venezuela-linked oil tanker in the North Atlantic. The U.S. Coast
Another one.
Guard has been tracking the ship for more than 2 weeks after it couldn't seize the tanker in the Caribbean, and it was put under U.S. sanctions in 2024 for carrying Hezbollah-owned cargo and for providing a form of support to the Iran regime. Let's bring in senior Pentagon reporter Louis Martinez and ABC contributor, former UK national security official Steve Hill for more. Hi, Louis. What's the latest here?
And the latest is that, yes, U.S. European Command is confirming that this vessel, known as the Bella, but now known as the Marinera, because
See that? Known as the Bella, but now known as the Marinara. We changed the name that quick, nigga. We changed the name to Dipping Sauce. That's how you know we bout bread. You feel me?
It is now
We
a
didn't. We naming
Russian-registered
ships
vessel as of
Dipping
late
Sauce out the
December,
motherfucker.
has
Like
been seized by the U.S. Coast Guard with cooperation from the U.S. military. Now, the ship has been in pursuit now by the U.S. Coast Guard for the last 2 weeks, since December 20th, when there was an attempted boarding, but it did not succeed.
Putin, count your goddamn days. We about to come over there. Putin, we about to come up through there. You better watch your goddamn hell no.
And since then, that ship has been heading northeast.
Cuba, all that shit you was talking, you gonna pay for that. Fuck that. We gotta come get you. Gustavo, we heard what you said, and we don't like it.
Along the Atlantic, heading towards, we weren't really sure where it was headed, but about 5 days ago, the ship activated its transponder, and some marine trafficking websites were able to locate it in the water.
Maduro and Diddy up there together now. Maduro and Diddy, they like shit. They took my oil too, shit. Maduro and Diddy got something in common now.
South of Iceland and west of the United Kingdom.
Putin, you gonna be up there with them, talking about they took your oil too, nigga. Fuck that. Y'all all gonna have oil problems, nigga.
And that is where this operation took place today. What we understand
baby oil, crude oil. Baby oil and crude oil, nigga. Fuck that.
Is that the U.S. military cooperated with U.S. Coast Guard, as happened in those 2 earlier seizures, by transporting the Coast Guard, because the Coast Guard is the law enforcement element that is able to conduct these kinds of interdictions of sanctioned vessels. We understand that the vessel, as you mentioned, was not carrying any oil, but it was headed towards.
Yeah. Only thing you need to know is that vessel, which was recently known as some other shit, is now called the Marinara, because we're about bread and we need some dipping sauce for our goddamn bread, and we need some oil. You feel me? What you need to know is we seized that. That's ours now. Next.
Don't you dare telling me that this is not a reason for celebration. When I first come into the United States, I cried and had to turn around to my husband and ask him to please help me to open the shower, because I didn't even know how to open the shower. When I walked into Walmart and I saw so many options to eat, I couldn't believe myself. Our reality is different. We want to live. And you guys have everything in this country, more than you could ever imagine.
Nah, we need free healthcare. Fuck that. She said we got more than we can ever imagine, y'all. I can imagine me with free healthcare. Can't y'all? And lower grocery bills. Fuck that. Cheaper gas prices. It's a better world out there.
And I just wish that you could love it a little bit more and respect it a little bit more. Because if I had to give my life for America, I would.
Give your life for America. See, I don't know about her, y'all. Yeah, she might be acting. I don't see no tears. Nah, hell nah. Fuck that. I know a spade when I see one. And we ain't going for it. America is cutthroat. We can't be compassionate right now, y'all. It's 2026. They've been crying on our shoulder for too goddamn long. And we ain't going for it no more. Girl, hand that oil over. Girl, hand us our goddamn oil. The hell you talking about?
Because my family, I can have dreams and hopes and plans of a future, dreaming of a home, of a car, and all these silly things. Because of the United States. We see it as salvation, honestly. That's the way we...
See how her face cleared up? That's how you know it was fake. That's how you know it was fake, right there. Y'all saw that? Hell no. That's how you know it. That's how they get you, y'all. That's how they get you. They'll pull that compassionate card on your ass. Next thing you know.
We see it. We see it.
Next thing you know, you having some sympathy. And guess what? Sympathy, get your ass shot. Hell no. Fuck that.
As the opportunity to hug our family again. You know, because, I'm sorry. We fought way too hard. And we were either killed, run over by their tanks, taken to prison and disappeared. People that I studied with, they just disappeared. They just took them away. They vanished them. 100% of the Americans that are against what happened in Venezuela are not coming from experience, okay? Whatever situation you have ever lived in the United States will never ever compare to the
How are you speaking on the United States? Hell no. That's your first mistake. You can't speak on what you don't know, shorty. You feel me? Don't be speaking on the United States if you ain't grew up there. You feel me? That's how I feel. That's just how I feel. You feel me? If you ain't grew up there, can I get some USAs in the chat? Fuck that. If you ain't grew up there, I don't need you to be acting like you know. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't know. We paying the real taxes. We paying the real gas prices. We buying the highest groceries. She don't know the price to live in this beautiful country. You know what I'm saying? All beautiful things come with a price. And we pay the goddamn price to live in this goddamn country. And the price is not affordable. I'll tell you that right now. But we got to do what we got to do because we don't want to live in some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We pay the cost to be the boss. And we all bosses over here in America. That's why we had to come get Maduro because he ain't a boss. He ain't a boss like us. We had to come get him. Now he down. Now he upstate, New York. And that oil they had, that's our shit.
Persecution and destruction that we have endured to 26 years. You are upset that a military operation took place because of oil, supposedly. That's what is being said. But nobody said anything. Will people
Yes, if you're new to the channel, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you do not miss an episode. Appreciate that drop, KC the one. Yes, sir.
Starving, eating out of the trash. Like, I had friends that took whatever somebody threw on the trash and tried to eat the leftovers.
All right, we don't even know what you're talking about no more.
Why does Donald Trump even want Venezuela's oil when he has so much of it already? The United States is the world's largest producer.
Nah, he a hater. He a hater. I already know he a hater. Next.
All right, everyone, keep up with me. I'm about to break down everything you need to know about what the U.S. is doing to Venezuela and the whole world at large. The real reason the U.S. is invading Venezuela goes back to a deal Henry Kissinger made.
He a hater. Fuck that. We ain't got time for this bullshit. Next.
Who is Delcy Rodriguez, Venezuela's interim president?
Delcy Rodriguez, we don't trust her. Maduro picked her. Next.
They could be nothing more American first than to take a narco-terrorist drug dealer aligned with Hezbollah, who's dumping cocaine in our country, who's associated with foreign terrorists trying to kill Americans, and put in a new government that would work with us. That is about as America first as you know what America last is? Complaining about dictators and doing nothing about it.
I disagree with the invasion and with removing Maduro. I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad socialism will be the demise. The word we should be sending to Venezuela is, even though this was an invasion of your sovereignty, we're with you and we will be there with you as you.
Even though we came over there and took y'all goddamn president and hit the first lady across the goddamn head, we got love for y'all. We got love for y'all still, Venezuela. We love y'all. But that president y'all had, he was corrupt. And we didn't like it. And when America don't like stuff, we deal with it. No matter if we gotta steal, kill, anything. We got to do it. We got to get it. So we had to go and get him. And that oil they had, that's our shit now. Praise me. Even though times get a little crazy. Them Russians tried to get us, y'all. We back in the game, though. You feel me? Hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss an episode. Like I said, them Russians, them Chinesians, they don't like when we do this. They don't like when we do this stuff. But I'm going to keep doing it. Yep, Circle of Doom. They try to get me out of here. They don't like it. You know what I'm saying? This is the part 2 of part 3. We can't even get part 3 out. They trying to knock us. They want to tear us all the way down. You know what I'm saying? But we got to keep moving. We can't let them do this. And we need our goddamn oil. Whatever we got to do, we going to get it. Let's get back to
America's operation had undermined international law, while U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio briefed congressional leaders last night, many questioning the extent of American involvement.
Their plan for the U.S. running Venezuela is vague, based on wishful thinking.
He a hater. Okay? We need to deport him. Fuck that. I don't care if he know English. Deport his ass somewhere. Because we can't have this type rhetoric being spread to the American people. Okay? Get back to it, man.
President Trump says the U.S. government could subsidize any effort by American companies to rebuild Venezuela's oil infrastructure, something he told NBC News could take as little as 18 months. It comes as multiple outlets report the White House plans to meet with top U.S. oil executives soon. The president has...
We got 250 people in here and only 22 likes. I'm starting to feel like most of y'all are Cubans and y'all don't like this stuff. That's what I'm starting to feel like. Okay? Hit that like button for me. All you gotta do is tap the goddamn screen. Tap the goddamn screen. We need 50 likes. Actually, we need 100. Hell no. I can't take the lesser end no more. Hell no. I need 100 likes. I can't take the lesser end no more. I'm cutthroat. Like just like the US, like Donald Trump, I'm cutthroat. All right? I need 100 likes right now.
Made no secret that a major goal of this weekend's operation was to pry open Venezuela's vast oil reserves for foreign investment.
We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country.
Despite sitting on more crude than...
Start making money for the goddamn country. Can I get some USAs in the chat? Fuck that. They don't want to like, we gonna show our support through comments then. Fuck that.
Any country on Earth, Venezuela produces just 1% of the world's supply. And its total output has dropped some 70% since the late 1990s, a result in part of crippling U.S. sanctions and internal dysfunction. Right now, just one American oil company...
We playing hardball now. Hardball.
Why does Donald Trump even want Venezuela's oil?
He a hater. I can already see it in his face. Fuck that. Next.
The U.S. military says it has seized a Venezuela-linked oil tanker in the North Atlantic. The U.S. Coast Guard has been tracking the ship for more than 2 weeks after it couldn't seize the tanker in the Caribbean, and it was put under U.S. sanctions in 2024 for...
Yeah, that tanker they had with that oil on it, that's our shit now. That's our shit now. They ain't... Yeah, they had it. That was theirs once before, but shit, nah. Hell no. Not in recent times. Fuck that.
All right, everyone, keep up with me. I'm about to break down everything you need to know about what the U.S. is doing to Venezuela and the whole...
Nah, he a hater. Fuck that. Next.
Who is Delcy Rodriguez, Venezuela's interim president?
Delcy Rodriguez, we don't trust her. Fuck that. Next.
This is a message to the world about the United States' ability to plan and execute. I think China was watching. I think Russia was watching. And many took note.
China...
Yep, they took note. And Xi Jinping, if you got a problem with that oil we took, we can come get you too. Putin, if you over there thinking of a master plan, think again. We gonna be right there at your goddamn door too. We gonna have y'all all up there with Diddy, and y'all gonna all have oil problems. Nigga, fuck that.
Let it be known to the world. The United States has committed an act of armed aggression against Venezuela, an act not only of violation but a blatant disregard for international law and the sanctity of state sovereignty. At the United Nations, we stand firm in declaring this action a crime against humanity. Washington's reckless operation is a direct challenge to the very principles enshrined in the UN Charter. It is.
Yeah, see how Putin talking to us? So y'all in the chat that's talking about I'm something, but y'all living in America and y'all talking about y'all just gonna stand for this stuff. So y'all gonna let just Putin talk to y'all like this? This how y'all giving it up? I bet.
The dangerous precedent that undermines global stability and sets a perilous path for the future. We demand the immediate release of President.
You demand. Hell. Trump, you hear this nigga? Hell nah. We demand. Hey, my fellow Americans, are we in here? Can we come up, fellow Americans, step to the front. I need y'all to represent, because this shit, we can't have this. Putin, we heard what you said, and we don't like it. Trump, I think it's time to hit that red button, buddy. Fuck that. I think it's time to go ahead. Trump, go ahead and hit that red button under your desk, because we gotta go get Russia. Yep. Putin, he talking too big.
Nicolas Maduro and his spouse, and we call on every nation here to stand against such imperialism. And
see that? He calling other nations. He calling his niggas to come fight. Nah, yeah, we need to. Yeah, Putin, he got to go. Putin, you got to go. I don't like it.
Now, let us turn to one man, Donald Trump. If he believes he can escape the consequences of this unlawful action, he is.
How dare you talk to Donald Trump, nigga? Hey, Trump, send them. Call up the Proud Boys. We need a meeting ASAP. Fuck that.
Gravely mistaken. The world is watching. His disregard for diplomacy and dialogue will not go unchallenged. The Russian
Trump, call up the goddamn Proud Boys. We need a goddamn meeting. This ain't. We can't have this shit. Hell no.
Federation will not stand idle. We will protect sovereignty.
We just kidnapped the nigga the other day. He must have forgot. That quick. Putin done forgot. We just kidnapped the nigga the other day and brought him to New York. Come on, Putin. Quit playing, bro.
Let it be known to the world. The United States has committed an act of armed aggression against Venezuela. An act not only of violation, but a blatant disregard for international law.
I can't believe he talking to us like this after we just kidnapped the nigga the other night. We kidnapped the nigga and his wife and hit her across the head in the name of oil. Come on now, Putin. We'll come get you, buddy. We'll come get you. And we take you right to New York, putting you right in there with Diddy. Cause that's where you belong. Cause this shit getting crazy.
And the sanctity of state sovereignty.
Yep.
At the United Nations, we stand firm in declaring this action a crime against humanity. Washington's reckless operation is a direct challenge to the very principles enshrined in the UN Charter. It is a dangerous precedent that undermines global stability and sets a perilous path for the future. We demand the immediate release of.
We demand the immediate release. Y'all hear this nigga? Yeah. Yep. I hate to break it to y'all, but yeah, it's time to Americans, it's time to strap y'all boots up. I know y'all thought it was bedtime, but fuck that. Strap y'all boots up. It's wartime. We can't let this shit happen. He want to play games. Strap y'all boots up. Y'all thought it was time to go to sleep? Fuck that. Wake up. Activate. Put the work boots on. Put your work boots on. Fuck that. Wake up out of bed right now and put your goddamn work boots on. Middle of the night, we about to get to stepping. We got to step to Russia. Fuck that. And we need to bring back Putin. And we ain't gonna quit stepping till we bring back the head. Yeah. We don't even care about the body. Just bring us the head. Cause I don't know who he talking to. You feel me? Trump, you heard what he said. Call up the Proud Boys, nigga. What the hell you doing? Trump, you heard what he said. Now when I see you again and you don't say nothing about this, then I'ma know they might be able to fuck with us. You feel me? I can't have him talking like this in this country. You feel me? Hell no. I can't have you acting scared, Trump. Maduro wasn't even talking like this. Putin said, I demand. Let's hear this shit again. Fuck that. We need to replay this shit. I can't believe this. I can't believe he was doing this. We need to go ahead and replay it.
President Nicolas Maduro and his spouse, and we call on every nation here to stand against such imperialism. And now, let us turn to one man, Donald Trump. If he believes he can escape the consequences of this unlawful action, he is gravely mistaken.
Damn, he said he's gravely mistaken. Damn. Trump, I'm getting scared for you now. Shit. Trump, you need to get
is watching. His disregard for diplomacy and dialogue will not go unchallenged. The Russian Federation will not stand idle. We will protect sovereignty. Let it be known to the world. The United States has committed an act of armed aggression against Venezuela, an act not only of violation, but a blatant disregard for international...
Now, we can't have him picking up Trump. Hell nah. Put Trump down. We gonna tell him to put him down. We can't have him picking up Trump. Hell no. Damn. If Russia come over here and get Trump, we gonna have to all yell, put him down. Put that man down.
Law and the sanctity of state sovereignty.
Get your hands off our goddamn president.
The United Nations, we stand firm in the...
What would happen if Venezuela tried to rescue its president Maduro? First,
nah, hell nah, ain't no shit like that.
It is so clear that the Trump
maybe conspiracy theorists, some shit.
Administration had not a single clue about what came next after they captured Venezuelan president. Because here's what's happened. The vice president of Venezuela, Darcy Rodriguez, she's been sworn in as...
And get what? We don't trust her. Darcy Rodriguez or whatever the hell, we don't trust her. We giving her a chance to work with the U.S. if she want to rat out her partner. If she don't want to turn against Maduro, then we don't want her. She can be up in New York also with the other guys. Fuck that. Next. Next.
President of Venezuela, she immediately...
Next.
Gracias, Dios mío. Nos escuchaste. ¡Lo logramos! ¡Venezuela libre!
Those tears of joy, y'all. That ain't tears of sadness. This is a moment of liberation. You feel me? Venezuela is free at last. Let freedom ring for Venezuela. That oil that they had the other day, that's ours. But we let freedom ring. Still. You know, it's a win-win for us. We needed that oil. They needed freedom. Don't be mad at us, China. Don't be mad at us, Russia. Come on now.
The president has been adamant that he is now in charge of Venezuela, but Delcy Rodriguez says the government of Venezuela runs her country, no one else.
I keep telling y'all, we don't, we giving Darcy a chance. We don't trust her. We didn't trust Maduro. We gonna give Darcy a chance. If Darcy don't want to listen, we can send her upstate too. All right? That's just how we rocking these days. We cutthroat. You feel me? If Darcy don't like it, Sean, if Darcy don't like this shit, she can get her ass on upstate too. Fuck that.
Saying, quote, there's no external agent governing Venezuela. So which one is it?
Nah, I don't like her face at that. When she said, which one is it? She looked like a hater of America. And I'm for the people. Let's get it.
They're treating the president of Venezuela, Maduro, like...
He sound like a hater too. Let's keep
Step one is the stabilization of the country. We don't want it descending into chaos. Part of that stabilization, and the reason why we understand and believe that we have the strongest leverage possible, is our quarantine. As you've seen today, 2 more ships were seized.
2 more ships seized. Let's get it.
We are in the midst right now, and in fact, about to execute on a deal to take
more oil.
all the oil. They have oil that is stuck in Venezuela. They can't move it because of our quarantine and because
of our quarantine. We got that shit on quarantine. They can't move it. Russia, you can't touch it. You try to touch it, you're gonna get burnt. You touch some shit, you get burnt. China, you touch our shit, you getting burnt. Fuck that.
It's sanctioned. We are going to take between 30 and 50 million barrels of oil. We're going to sell it in the market.
Tell them, talk that shit, Rubio. See, Rubio be talking that shit too. He be telling them like it is. We going to take 40 to 50 million, 400 million barrels of this shit. If y'all don't like it, fuck you. And tell your mama we said it. You know?
Place at market rates, not at the discounts Venezuela was getting. That money will then be handled in such a way that we will control how it is dispersed in a way that benefits the Venezuelan people.
We need gas prices to 50 cents. Fuck that. I'm trying to drive from New York to California for $20. Fuck that.
Not corruption, not the regime. So we have a lot of leverage to move on the stabilization front. The second phase will be a phase that we call recovery, and that is ensuring that American, Western, and other companies have access to the Venezuelan market in a way that's fair. Also, at the same time, begin to create the process of reconciliation nationally within Venezuela so that the opposition forces can be amnestied and released and from prisons.
Damn, gas 153 in Denver? Shit, this already hitting then. I'm just waiting for it to trickle on down. You feel me? Our shit's still like 249 up here. You feel me? I'm trying to get to 25 cents. Once I go out there and see gas prices 25 cents, I'm going to look up to the sky and I'm going to be like, God bless America.
They're brought back to the country and begin to rebuild civil society. And then the third phase, of course, will be one of transition. Some of this will overlap. I've described this to them in great detail. We'll have more detail in the days to follow. But we feel like we're moving forward here in a very positive way.
A lot of what you heard there from Secretary Hexeth.
Breaking at this hour, this major development involving the U.S. and Venezuela. Sources telling ABC News tonight that the U.S. has now given Venezuela's interim leader a list of demands that must be met before Venezuela can...
That must be met. And if she don't want to meet them, she can see her way out. That's how we rocking. It's 321 people in here. We only got 46 likes. I need 100. Why? Because I said that's what I need. The hell? I'm cutthroat like Trump. Y'all know what the hell it is.
Its oil again, demanding Venezuela kick out Russia, Iran, Cuba, and sever economic ties with them. Rachel Scott at the White House with late reporting tonight.
Tonight, sources telling ABC News that the U.S. conveyed a list of demands to the interim leader of Venezuela that the regime must meet before the U.S. will allow Venezuela to sell more oil. They include Venezuela must kick out China, Russia, Iran, and Cuba and sever economic ties. And
sever the ties. We don't want no rekindling of the ties with these countries. Nope. They was nibbling and dabbling and dibbling in the oil for too long, behind our backs. Putin, we know what you did, and you won't do it again. And if you try to do it, we coming to get you. We just kidnapped a nigga the other day, and we'll do it again.
Venezuela must agree to partner exclusively with the U.S. on oil production and favor the U.S. when selling heavy crude oil. The U.S. threatening the lifeline of the Venezuelan economy, imposing a military blockade. It sits on the largest oil reserves in the world. The chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Roger Wicker, saying the U.S. plan in Venezuela hinges on controlling the oil and that he did not believe the deployment of U.S. troops will be required. With President Trump hailing the daring raid that led to the capture of Nicolas Maduro.
It was an amazing military feat. We sort of got him a little by surprise, but it was brilliant tactically. It was an incredible thing.
3 days later, still no clarity from
incredible thing. You heard him.
The administration on how the U.S. plans to, quote, run
some shit. Trump be just sitting back at Mar-a-Lago, hands clean as hell, ain't got to do no dirty work, just calling the goddamn shots. You feel me? That's when you know you done made it. He said, go get that nigga, bring you back here. They did exactly that. They sent 150 planes over there, brought his ass back. I'm telling you, once America wants you, America gonna get you. We pay too much taxes for us not to get you. We gotta get you. We need that. Hell no. That oil they had, that's our oil now. We got 379 people in here. I need 100 likes. Y'all playing games. I'm starting to think y'all from Cuba. Y'all the ops. We got hella ops in here. We need an op count or some shit. Like, we need an op count. We need, okay, I got 61 soldiers that hit the like button. So it's what? What's the ratio? We got about 170 ops in this motherfucker. We outnumbered, but we got the best goddamn military in the United States. So we gonna get them.
Venezuela. But the president has maintained the U.S. is in charge of the country.
The administration has a one-day plan on how to get rid of Maduro, but
all my soldiers hit the like button. I already know, y'all. All the soldiers hit the like button. All the haters, all the ops, they ain't hitting the like button, so I can see the ratio of what we got. You know what I'm saying? We got 64 soldiers, 170 cowards. They wanna sit and watch and get our game plan, but we ain't gonna let them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let them. They probably over there in Cuba with Gustavo and them. And Gustavo, we on his ass. You feel me? That's why they mad. That's why they don't like this stuff.
no idea of what happens after.
And tonight, the president facing sharp condemnation from world leaders over his threats to take over Greenland. The White House not ruling out using the military to do it. The president and his team.
He said you're full of garbage. Damn, that's what crazy comment, ain't he? He don't like me at all. I don't like you either. We don't got to like you. We cutthroat. Fuck that. Lock them up.
Are discussing a range of options to pursue this important foreign policy goal. And of course, utilizing the U.S. military is always an option at the commander-in-chief's disposal. The White House saying in a statement, President Trump says controlling Greenland is a matter of national security.
We need Greenland.
We need Greenland. Fuck what you talk about in the chat. We need Greenland. You heard what Trump said. Hey, can we spam "we need Greenland" in the chat? We need Greenland. We need Greenland. Nigga, fuck that. All that bullshit y'all talking about. I'm trying to get to real issues here. We need Greenland, nigga. We got Venezuela. Now we need Greenland. Nigga, you heard what the hell he said?
From a national security situation.
It's a national security thing, nigga. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about why we need it. It's something to do with national security, nigga. All that other shit, yeah. These other countries, they trying to position themselves to attack us. And we need other land because we don't need nobody trying to hit America. You fuck with America, your ass is grass. So y'all better try to hit Greenland or some shit.
Strategic. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place.
See that? Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. And that's why we need fucking Greenland. Because right when we take Greenland, all them goddamn ships that Russia and China got over there, all that shit is ours. And if they try to say something about it, we going to war with all of them with they goddamn equipment. Nigga. We ain't playing no games this year. It's 2026. We done played too many games. Y'all been playing too many games with me and my channel. And y'all ain't got me. I see 74 soldiers in here and it's 314 viewers. That means we got even more motherfucking ops than we had before. Some shit is out of control. Gustavo, you keep sending your people over here to fuck with my stream. Y'all done did it a couple of times. And I keep coming back and the people keep coming back. And it's going to keep happening. Don't keep trying me. Okay? Gustavo, I'm coming over there and you coming back with me.
We need Greenland from the standpoint of...
We need Greenland. We need Greenland. We need Greenland. The fuck?
National security. And Denmark is not going to be able to do it.
Amid the escalating tensions, Denmark and Greenland now requesting a meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. And with the stability of the NATO alliance on the line, the UK, France, and Germany signing on to a statement defending Greenland's sovereignty, saying Greenland belongs to its...
I don't know why we need Greenland, but that's what Trump said we need. And if Trump said we need it, then fuck it. We obviously need it. We need Greenland. Fuck it. If Trump said we need Greenland, then we fucking need Greenland. Fuck it.
People. It is for Denmark and Greenland, and them only, to decide on matters.
He said it's for national security reasons. I'm thinking war. So fuck it. We need Greenland, y'all.
Concerning Denmark and Greenland.
We didn't even know we needed Greenland, but I guess we do.
Also tonight, Colombia's President Gustavo Petro responding to President Trump's threat to go after him next. Petro writing on X, Trump's label of me as a drug trafficking outlaw is a reflection of his senile brain.
See that, Gustavo? I don't like how he's talking. So now Putin talking out the side of his neck and Gustavo talking out the side of his neck. So that's why we about to strategically take Greenland and we're about to physically remove China and Russia out of there. And they ain't gonna be able to come back. And we gonna sit there and we gonna tell them what you gonna do about it. And we gonna wait. And if they try to move, we gonna shut them down. And guess what? We gonna be owning Russia and Cuba. More land, more oil, more life. God bless America.
And David, just moments ago, the president posting on social media that the interim president of Venezuela will be turning over 30 to 50 million barrels of sanctioned oil to the United States. The president says that it will be taken to storage ships and then unloaded here in the United States and sold at market price, David.
All right, Rachel Scott with the breaking.
We got 250 ops in here, y'all. It's only 75 soldiers. That's crazy. Tap that motherfucking like button if you a soldier. If you're not a soldier, I understand. You need to find your own army then, because you over here trying to collect information. We talking about plans for the country. There's some big shit right now. We not in here playing games. We talking about some real shit. So if you ain't supposed to be up in here, you need to go on up over there. All right?
News, Rachel, thanks. Breaking at this hour, this major development involving the U.S. and Venezuela. Sources telling ABC News tonight.
I woke up today on day 3 since the capture of Maduro, and I just keep thinking about this same feeling that we had after the election. We showed up, and there was this energy, this enthusiasm, this trust that things were going to start changing. And suddenly, the election happens, and then there's this quiet, very similar to Sunday. Nobody's saying a thing. There's no violence. And then Maduro claims victory. Kind of like what's happening now that we know who is in power. It's been decided. It's been determined. The regime stays for now. And people's expectations.
Damn, so if Greenland is already an American continent, how the hell is China and Russia got they shit over there? How the hell does China and Russia got they shit over there in Greenland? And why the hell is Trump saying that we need Greenland if we already got it? It don't make sense. So obviously we don't got it if we need it. Right? Am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know something, y'all. Let me know something, y'all.
Start to settle. Now people start to realize, maybe once again, the more things change, the more they remain the same. And importantly, the other thing that is happening in Venezuela is right away, the moment it is established who is in power, intimidation campaigns start. I've been getting images from Venezuela starting yesterday, Monday, of the colectivos, these paramilitary groups that are loyal to the regime, creating these checkpoints to search people's
We need 20 more likes to get to 100. We got a lot of ops in here, but I know we got 20 more soldiers that just forgot to tap the like button. And guess what? I forgive y'all. Y'all still soldiers. But hit that like button for me. Strap your boots. Get in tune with it. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribed up and notification belled up so that when it's wartime, you can be right back on the battlefield. Right here. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button for me. We need 100 boots on the ground. We need 100 boots on the ground. Fuck that. All the haters in here talking that shit, I see y'all talking that shit, but that's okay. I got 87 soldiers in here, so why would I move? Why would I need to move? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to start throwing out. I need a couple more moderators also. Like I said, I need a moderator from each state. That means I need 50 moderators. I need an army. We can't move no other way. You feel me? 10 more. We need 11 more. 11 more boots on the ground. We'll have 100 likes up in this motherfucker. You feel me? Let's get it.
What they are doing is they are helping the state forces implement a new order that was put into effect by the regime, ordering the police to search and capture anybody who is perceived to have expressed their support for the attack. It's very similar to what happened after the election. After the election, when Edmundo won and Maduro decided to stay in power, I started getting calls from people who had spoken to me, from manifestations in support of Maria Corina and the opposition, telling me, oh my God, please don't use my interview. Please don't use my interview. I'm scared. Please don't post anything with my...
I'm lost at what she talking about. We need to stick to the program. We got to go kidnap a couple more guys. Let's get back to
Mr. Trump, I am watching very carefully. You seize a sitting president on foreign soil and parade him through New York like a trophy. You call it justice. The world calls it escalation. Do not mistake silence for weakness. Russia understands power, law, and consequences. When
this shit gotta be AI. We would have been over there and got his ass already. Ain't nobody talking like this to us. It's gotta be AI. What y'all
Venezuela's
think?
leader across borders, you send a message.
What y'all think? I'm gonna let my soldiers figure it out. This AI, should we hit that red button on the Should we hit the red button on their ass, or is this AI? Falsely claiming. Gonna have me hitting the goddamn red button for no goddamn reason. That's why AI is dangerous, y'all.
To every nation, American force comes first, rules come later.
See, I was about to call Trump and tell him to come get you, Putin. Whole time this was AI. You better be glad.
Say this is about freedom. But freedom does not arrive in handcuffs flown on military planes.
You better be glad, yeah.
But I want to be clear about one thing. Nicolas Maduro had multiple opportunities to avoid this. He was provided multiple, very, very, very...
He did. We gave him multiple chances. He was over there dancing and shit. He thought this shit was a game. Go look it up. He thought this shit was a game. And we came through there and showed him this shit ain't a game, bro. You can't be playing games all the time. Everybody don't play. Everybody don't be playing all the time. Didn't your mama tell you that? Everybody don't play all the goddamn time. You might try to play with somebody and they might beat your ass because they ain't on games. And that's what America did. You try to play games with us and we beat your ass. Now that oil you had, that's our shit. We got 92 boots on the ground, 92 likes. It's about 170 ops in here. Our soldiers handle that.
Generous offers, and chose instead to act like a wild man, chose instead to play around. And the result is what we saw tonight. The other message here is the following. You have a guy, like many people around the world, they like to play games. You have a guy who decides he's going to invite Iran into his country, is going to, do the confiscation of American oil companies, is going to flood our country with gang members, is going to take Americans prisoner and try to hold them for hostage and trade them like he was able to do with the Biden administration. Basically likes to play games all this time and thinks
the Biden administration. We was getting walked all over. Biden could never do this. Obama could never do this. We respect them, but they didn't really put their foot down on these other countries. We was playing pushover. We playing hardball now. Talking stage is over with. No more talking, buddy. No more talking, buddy. We passed the talking stage. It's time to get down to business now. It's 2026. It's January. My birthday in a couple of days. Yeah, we need this shit to stop. We can't have this. We can't keep doing this, y'all. You feel me? Paul Roman, put me down as a professional moderator. Would be my pleasure. You know what, Paul? You might have just bought your way into this presidency, buddy. You made it, dude. God bless America.
It's going to happen. And I hope what people now understand is that we have a president. The 47th president of the United States is not a game player. When he tells you that he's going to do something, when tells you he's going to address a problem, he means it. He actions it. I can tell you, I've watched this process now for 14, 15 years, been around it. Everybody talks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. When I get there, we're going to do this. We're going to take. This is a president of action. Like, I don't understand yet how they haven't figured this out. And now, if you don't know,
breaking at this hour, this major development involving the U.S. and Venezuela. Sources telling ABC News tonight that the U.S. has now given Venezuela's interim leader a list of demands that must be met before Venezuela can sell its oil again, demanding Venezuela kick out Russia, Iran, Cuba, and sever economic ties with them. Rachel Scott at the White House with late reporting tonight.
Tonight, sources telling ABC News that the U.S. conveyed a list of demands to the interim leader of Venezuela that the regime must meet before the U.S. will allow Venezuela to sell more oil. They include Venezuela must kick out China, Russia, Iran, and Cuba and sever economic ties. And Venezuela must agree to partner exclusively with the U.S. on oil production and favor the U.S. when selling heavy crude oil. The U.S. threatening the lifeline of the Venezuelan economy, imposing a
Paul Roman, you might have just bought your way into this presidency. See, I'm just like Trump. I told y'all, I'm cutthroat. It's 2026. We're not playing these games. Money talks, bullshit walks. That oil they had, that's our shit. Oil equals money. Money equals pleasure. Fuck that. We get
military blockade. It sits on the largest oil reserves in the world. The chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Roger Wicker, saying the U.S. plan in Venezuela hinges on controlling the oil and that he did not believe the deployment of U.S. troops will be required. With President Trump hailing the daring raid that led to the capture of Nicolas Maduro.
It was an amazing military feat. We sort of got him a little by surprise, but it was brilliant tactically. It was an incredible thing.
3 days later, still no clarity from the administration on how the U.S. plans to, quote,
we don't get no clarity. Fuck that. We just do. We don't get no clarity. We just do. If you don't like it, get the fuck on. We'll lock you up.
Trump, thank you. For Maduro, I hope you get in the same cell with Diddy.
We have to show.
See that? Maduro, I hope you're in the same cell as Diddy and Diz. Nigga, they got two oil problems. They take your oil. Yeah, they took my oil too. What kind of oil you have? Baby oil. What kind of oil you have? Crude oil.
Whole world in Venezuela is happy that the regime is over.
We're also seeing that there's people out here supporting Maduro.
Venezuela isn't yours.
They should be looking at us and supporting us, not supporting the man who has been destroying our country and repressing our people for the last few years.
If you want to know something about Venezuela, you should ask a Venezuelan.
Venezuela!
What do we want?
Freedom!
We'll tell you the truth about our story and how much we hate and despite Nicolas Maduro. I can't believe.
See that? We did a good thing. Trump, that Nobel Peace Prize you wanted, buddy, you might be getting it. You might be getting it. Hey, go get that Nobel Peace Prize out the back. Send it on up to Mar-a-Lago. We might have to go ahead and get a boy this trophy that he been wanting.
I believe that they're doing that. They must not know 20% of what he has done. Not even. Half of them got their own flag. I'm sure none of them can point out Caracas in a map. It's easy to speak the communists, the socialists in the United States where your shoes is Timberland, where your phone is iPhone, where your jacket is Tommy Hilfiger. You can go from Venezuela, come on. I go for American Airlines, I pay you your ticket. Maduro had multiple opportunities to leave power peacefully. He's an indicted criminal, he's a narco-terrorist, and the United States was doing a law enforcement operation.
With Trump running the government, it's necessary, honestly, because
it's necessary. They're over there in Venezuela happy as hell right now. They say, yup, he was corrupt. And we came in and we needed America to come and get him. I need 2 more soldiers to hit that like button for me so that we can be at 100 and we can look all these haters in the face 100 strong and let them know that they can't move us. United States against anybody. You feel me?
We can't keep the same people that were destroying our country still there. I hope there's
Real Americans hit the goddamn like button. Paul Roman, you ain't never lied.
Bipartisan effort and an international alliance that will guarantee a peaceful transition in Venezuela. I know a lot of countries, both in Europe and in Latin America, and are interested in a democratic Venezuela, and I hope they... Right, you see, I don't agree with that.
that oil hasn't been out.
Zach Buss,
for the
I
past
see you.
27
Appreciate
years.
that gift, bro. Hell yeah.
President Trump says Venezuela has agreed to hand over up to 50 million barrels of oil to the U.S. The president says the oil worth $3 billion will be sold off to benefit the people of Venezuela. But Venezuela's interim president says her country is in, quote, active resistance to the U.S. White House correspondent Karen Travers is here for more on that.
We don't trust her. Fuck no.
Breaking news, the world is now on high alert. China has officially sent warships to...
China better shut their goddamn mouth, because we come, Xi Jinping, you better be in that fortress tonight.
Stephen, you were part of that group, the select group that the president said is his staff that is running Venezuela. What exactly are your day-to-day responsibilities?
We up all night. We up all night. Fuck that. Boots are being laced in the middle of the night, 2, 3 a.m.
The President of the United States has asked Secretary Rubio, who also happens to be his national security advisor, to directly, of course, under the President's close guidance and direction, to be the lead on this process. But obviously there's many other elements involved. You have...
If the United States can conduct an operation in Venezuela to capture Nicolas Maduro, an elected president, and put him on trial in American courts, then why is it impossible to capture Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel and bring him before international court?
Netanyahu, yeah, we keeping an eye on your ass too, but we gonna catch you when you least expect it. You think shit sweet also. Netanyahu, Xi Jinping, Putin, Gustavo, yeah. We know who y'all are. Line up. Line them up, and we gonna knock them down.
If the United States can conduct an operation in Venezuela to capture Nicolas Maduro, an elected president, and put him on trial in American courts, then why is it impossible to capture Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel and bring him before international court?
Possible.
Right now, across every news network, you're watching the same story on repeat. Special forces descending from the sky, a Latin American president in handcuffs, commentators praising tactical precision and strategic brilliance. They want you focused on the spectacle, on the daring raid, on the military success, because if you're watching the helicopters, you're not watching the balance sheet. This wasn't regime change for democracy. This wasn't about human rights violations or drug cartels. This was...
Who said anything about hating anything? We love all countries. We love Venezuela. We love the oil that they gave us for free. We love Russia. We don't love what they've been doing behind our back. We love China. We love Chinese people. We don't love Chinese politics and the games that they play behind our back. Okay? That's what this is about. This ain't about the people. We love all people. All our people. Don't fuck with our people. This is about the politics. This is about the principle. It's the principle. You know how a nigga be like, it's the principle? That's how this is. And bottom line, the bottom line is that goddamn oil. And we need that. That oil they had, that's our shit now. We gonna give them some. We gonna make some money with it. We gonna pay them a little bit. China, Russia, if y'all want in on this, you got to make a deal. If you just think you're going to just come and nibble on our shit, it ain't going to work. And Greenland, that's our shit. It's been our shit. My chat said that it's part of our shit. So if that's our shit, then y'all need to move y'all ships. China and Russia, y'all need to move them ships, get them ships out of there. We didn't authorize that. Trump saw them ships over there, and he don't like that. And now he's saying we need Greenland. I thought we been had Greenland. What the hell going on? We can't have this stuff going on. We need to take possession of what's already ours. Venezuela wasn't even ours. How are we taking Venezuela and we ain't even got Greenland and that's our shit already? How's we letting people nibble on our shit? This ain't gonna work. This ain't the America that I know. We need to get stronger. That's why we up at 2 a.m. with our boots strapped, trying to figure this stuff out. We got to know.
A debt collection operation with gunships. There's an old rule in geopolitics that everyone pretends doesn't exist. You cannot sanction the countries that control your vital resources, not forever, not without consequences. For 23 years, the United States tried to defy this rule. They sanctioned Venezuela. They froze assets. They recognized parallel governments. They funded opposition movements. They did everything except the one thing they just did. Until this week, when all of that collapsed in the most revealing way possible. On December 28th, Nicolás Maduro signed energy agreements with China worth $18 billion. 2 days later, Jake Sullivan, the national security advisor, quietly requested a meeting with Venezuelan officials in Panama, not to threaten, not to impose conditions, to negotiate access to oil that Washington has spent 2 decades.
See that? Sean is like Putin. He don't think we see his ass. And then he just get kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? So let him keep popping his shit until he just get kidnapped and have to come back as a whole nother nigga. You feel
trying to destroy. What you're witnessing is not diplomacy. It's capitulation that got interrupted by helicopters, and it reveals something critical. When an empire loses control over resources it once considered guaranteed, the collapse doesn't arrive gradually. It arrives in cascade.
All right, folks, check this out. Donald Trump's former best friend, Marjorie Taylor Greene, just went scorched earth on him on social media over his operation in Venezuela, the bombings, the capturing of Maduro, everything associated with it. And this is going to...
You don't like us, we don't like you.
President Trump and Secretary Rubio talked about the possibilities for Cuba. Let's play this clip real quick.
Cuba is going to be something...
See that? Good job, Paul. Paul doing a great... Y'all give Paul a round of applause. He's doing great things already. You feel me? He's doing great things already in the chat. He didn't block him. That's great. He timed him out for umpteenth seconds. That's great.
We'll end up talking about, because Cuba is a failing nation right now, very badly failing nation, and we want to help the people of... It's very similar in the sense that we want to help the people in Cuba.
When the president speaks, you should take him seriously. So suffice it to say, Cuba is a disaster. It's run by incompetent, senile men. If I lived in Havana and I was in the government, I'd be concerned.
What is Cuba thinking right now?
We're gonna see freedom and liberty in Cuba.
Paul, we got him.
Cuba is a failed state. The people of Cuba do not like Diaz-Canel. They don't like their government. It's all propped up with the oil from Venezuela.
President Trump and Secretary Rubio talk.
How do you capture a high-value target when the whole world is watching? You create a masterclass in deception. The CIA set the stage with a single building as bait and filled the sky with 150 aircraft to create a deafening sonic...
150 aircrafts we came over there with. We not playing no games with them. We coming 150 aircrafts deep.
...shield for the helicopters to drop Delta forces. F-35s lit up the perimeter, turning night into day.
Look, we turn night into day. You feel me? We turning night into day over that motherfucker. They thought it was in the middle of the night, then we came. Daylight hit. Fuck that. Then the daylight hit. They had to move.
By the time the dust settled, the helicopters had already touched down and Maduro was gone. We'll also look at how the U.S. uses the F-35 jets and its Navy to launch a large-scale attack, all in the video ahead.
If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you do not miss an episode, man. I'm your host, Surviving Filmo Africa. I do a lot of different types of videos, man. This is one of those types. I got live streams. I got regular video vlogs, and I also got a lot of goddamn shorts. You dig? Check all those videos out, man. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I'm going to stay on a couple more minutes, but it's getting kind of late, and my work boots, they got to come off. You dig? Let's get back to it, though.
So Trump has threatened more U.S. military action against Venezuela, but could Venezuela fight back? Venezuelan land forces, their army is about the same size as that in the UK. It's about 65,000. They've also got about 25,000 in the National Guard. But the key...
Let's see. Army troops, 63,000. National Guard, 23,000. Militia, 500,000. Chances of fucking with United States, 0%. Next.
China and Russia have supported the president of Venezuela and told America to release...
China and Russia? Your ass about to be grass. China and Russia? We don't like what y'all keep doing.
Release him as soon as possible. They warned America that if the Venezuelan president is not released, China and Russia...
China and Russia? Y'all better quit playing with us. Because we heard about what y'all doing and what y'all been saying, and we don't like it. We just kidnapped a nigga the other day, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again. We only had to hit him one time. We had a second wave for him that we didn't even give him all we got. You know, we didn't even give him all we had to give him. You know what I'm saying? We had more to give, and we ain't even need it. So keep that in mind, China and Russia.
Will send their forces to help Venezuela, and America will not be able to face them. In reality, Venezuela has asked Russia and China for military help against America. Both countries have decided to help Venezuela. They told America that it arrested Venezuela's president illegally and that they will never allow America to take control of Venezuela's oil. China and Russia said that if America does not free the Venezuelan president within a few days, their armies will start actions against America.
All right, and that they has to be grass. Thanks for telling us, buddy. Because they has to be grass. Xi Jinping, we know what you're doing. Putin, we know what you're doing. They just told on y'all. So did. Trump, you better record this, because I ain't gonna tell you no again. You already heard it. You already know this stuff going on. We need boots on the ground. Fuck that. We need boots on the ground. Fuck that.
America arrested Venezuela's president at night while he was sleeping through a secret operation and took him to the United States. Now a case will be started against him there.
It's a long walk to face the wrath of American justice for Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia. Dressed in matching tan prison uniforms, they're led in handcuffs from a chopper, headed to their first court appearance, surrounded by heavily armed federal agents. It was an all-hands-on-deck operation, getting the captured first couple of Venezuela from a detention center in Brooklyn to federal court in Manhattan. The early morning odyssey began with the Maduros loaded into an armored truck, then transferred to an SUV, then to a helicopter for the brief flight to Lower Manhattan. Another armored truck transported them to the federal courthouse for their arraignment. Security is intense. A ring of steel.
America got the best goddamn military in the goddamn world. Say they don't. Say they don't. I dare you.
Surrounds the courthouse.
Say they don't. I dare you. We come get you too. We ain't playing no games.
Protesters have gathered demanding Maduro be released. Stephen Fabian is there.
In an extraordinary hearing, Maduro faced charges of drug trafficking, narco-terrorism, and conspiracy to import cocaine. He told the judge he had been kidnapped. The judge asked, "Are you Nicolas Maduro Moros?" A defiant Maduro responded in Spanish, "I am the president of Venezuela. I consider myself a prisoner of war. I was captured at my home in Caracas." The judge cut him off. "There will be time and place to get into all of this." Asked for his plea, Maduro said, "I'm innocent. I'm not guilty. I am a decent man." Then the judge turned to Maduro's wife and asked for her plea. "Not guilty, completely innocent," she said.
After court, it was back to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a facility notorious for its conditions and violence. It's known as hell on earth and home, if you can call it that, to many accused high-profile detainees. So who else is in there? Luigi Mangione, accused killer of the United Healthcare CEO. He's on the 4th floor while
Damn, y'all remember that? Gianni Mangione. He walked up on him. He walked up on that healthcare person and shot him dead. That's crazy, ain't it? I'm telling you, America is a war zone too. You feel me?
Maduro and his wife Celia are reportedly on the 9th floor in an isolation wing. Sean P. Diddy Combs was also held here during his trial.
Shing Ping Ping and them boys, they can't fuck with us. They can't fuck with us. Putin and them, Gustavo and them, nah, they can't fuck with us. They want to, but they can't. They gonna have to join forces, and even together, they gonna fall together. You know what I'm saying? They join together, they gonna fall together. That's how we see it.
Last year, Ghislaine Maxwell was an inmate here, as was the singer R. Kelly. Larry Levine did time at the Metropolitan Detention Center. He's now a prison consultant. What are the conditions like inside?
He's living on a mattress on a concrete slab. The toilet is a steel combination toilet, no moving parts. He probably is not getting any sleep because they're leaving the lights on 24/7. It's probably very cold.
Yep. Lights on 24/7. Cold. You know what I'm saying? That's how the world is. It's a cold motherfucking world. If I ain't pay my goddamn rent, guess where I'll be? In the motherfucking cold. You feel me? It's a cold goddamn world. It's a cutthroat goddamn world. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, we all about surviving here. You dig? We surviving everything. These wars they trying to get us in, we gonna survive. We gonna prevail. You dig? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button so you do not miss an episode. Once again, I'm your host, and this has been Venezuela Part 3. You dig? Until next time, y'all, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm your host, Surviving Fillmore.